Welcome to the Zadzooks Happy Hour, a podcast exploring the latest in film, TV, games, toys, and more. And now, somewhere in a secret bunker outside of Washington, D.C., here are your hosts, 30-year veteran of pop culture and entertainment news for the Washington Times, Joseph Zadkowski, and pop culture, technology, and space aficionado, Todd Stowell.
I've never seen that before.
Are we here?
We were here.
So, welcome to the premiere edition of Zadzooks Happy Hour.
Season 3. We're surpassing
Did
season 2.
we used to do this?
We did. Well, it's been a while.
It's been such a while. You've grown a beard.
It's
grown
cold
a
out.
full beard.
It's cold out. It's cold out, and it might snow again.
It's always snow, but it could be worse. We can be in Pennsylvania.
I was in Utah, man,
or Vermont,
and it was snowing, and it was great. But
I don't want to.
I had a beard in Utah.
I'm not in Utah.
No. There's so much going on.
Oh, we don't have the time.
We
should just stop right now.
We gave up on the gift guides. We're done with those.
Yeah.
It's too late. It's all garbage anyway.
Hey.
Now it is.
All
I mean, you know.
All right. So why is Jason Lorca looking at Peter Griffin's ass? Is that what you're saying?
I'm curious about that.
Well, we can get to that later. So finally, the holy Mecca is happening for you, isn't it?
It is.
It's possible.
It's exciting.
It's the beginning.
It's possible.
We don't know yet for sure.
So
what do we know?
So this is what I know about the new Ghostbusters.
This sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Here, I'm gonna relax.
Just take a deep breath. So
wake me up when you get through this.
So Dan Aykroyd about a month ago was on Dan Rather's TV show on a network
Axios.
that no one gets.
Yeah.
And the topic of Ghostbusters came up. Would you ever do another one? And he says, "Oh, we're working on a new script. Real excited about it. You know, blah blah blah. The typical Dan Aykroyd thing that you've heard for the past 25 years." Cue to Tuesday night, and Entertainment Weekly announces, "Oh, hey, we're confirming that Jason Reitman, son of Ivan Reitman, the original director of the first two movies."
He's not dead yet, right?
Ivan? No. He's going to produce it.
Got it.
Jason Reitman has decided after all these years of saying he would never take over one of his father's projects that he's going to take over one of his father's projects, and that project is Ghostbusters 3 or whatever they're calling it.
Got it.
And that it will take place in the universe of Ghostbusters 1 and 2 and completely ignore Ghostbusters 2016.
Good idea.
Good idea. And that then immediately following after that, you see an Instagram posting saying, "Hey, everyone, I've got the car," and he's hanging out with Ecto-1. Now, 24 hours after that news story hits, Entertainment Weekly yet again breaks, and here's the trailer for the first movie. Now, mind you...
Does Aykroyd own the car?
The studio owns the car.
Okay, so they had it available.
Aykroyd owns the rights. He somehow, my understanding is he has a say.
Okay, got it.
Because of the original created by.
Got it.
Like he and Ramis, and now of course Ramis being dead, it's on him.
Right.
So the car is at Sony, in front of Ivan Reitman's offices, and Ivan Reitman and Aykroyd created a company called Ghost Corps.
Okay.
And the building is like the firehouse.
Wow, that's cool.
And that's where they're making the Marvel universe of Ghostbusters.
Got it.
So this kid who was in Ghostbusters 2, Jason Reitman was in Ghostbusters 2 briefly.
Right. Yep.
And has directed things such as Up in the Air with George Clooney, and did Juno, and did The Front Runner with Hugh Jackman recently, and with the Charlize Theron's new movie Tully, which I hear is getting crazy good reviews. He's a pretty good storyteller. Apparently he has a concept. I don't think the script has been written yet, or it's in the process of being written. But he seems like he grew up with it, so it's obviously something dear to him, and it's something that was dear to his dad, so I think he's going to do it right. Apparently, whatever treatment he gave to his dad, according to the article, his dad cried because he thought it was so well done. And the trailer...
So Aykroyd didn't write it?
My understanding is Aykroyd has not written it.
Okay.
I'm sure he's had some involvement in adding the technical jargon and nomenclature to it.
Sure.
But it's as close as they've ever come to a sequel that apparently, according to Sony, since they've been tweeting all this stuff out, it is happening. It'll be out in summer 2020. And they are legit ignoring the other one. All you see in the trailer is a farmhouse. You see a little bit of slime hanging on a fence. Somebody is trying to get a proton pack to work and having a really hard time with it. You can hear a ratchet going. Mm-hmm. The wind kicks up. A dust cover lifts off the back of Ecto-1, and it just says summer 2020.
There should be a ton of possibilities with this, especially if they stick to a more comedy horror film format.
And the guy that they have co-writing it did the remake of Poltergeist
excellent.
And Monster House.
All right, good.
So you got somebody with some scare chops.
Yep.
There's some backlash, apparently, because they're not including the girl Ghostbusters. And there's a whole article.
They're not even in that universe.
There's a whole article that says Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse just did this whole thing with multi-universes, and why can't you do it this way?
Right.
And it's like...
we don't want to.
Because people are so stuck on nostalgia these days that this is what they want. This is what they've always wanted.
Right.
They've wanted some closure. And do they CGI Harold Ramis into it? Who knows?
I hope not.
Unless the daughter approves it, and she might. Maybe he's a ghost.
Yeah, but that would be a nice subplot to getting them back together. That Harold somehow perishes in some... What's his character's name?
Egon?
Egon somehow perishes, and it brings back the Ghostbusters for some reason.
I think you could have something where... There's an argument to be made that either Bill Murray's character or Aykroyd's character could sacrifice themselves in some way, which would be a definitive handoff
Star Wars
to the next group.
Ish.
Right. I mean, it's 4 teenagers, 2 girls and 2 guys. It's taking very much like the playbook from the Extreme Ghostbusters comic book, where the Ghostbusters are sort of kind of defunct. And Egon is the only one sort of still tinkering with things.
Right.
I think Aykroyd is going to take that role. But according to Ernie Hudson, who was interviewed by the Daily Mail, he said they're all in it.
I hope he doesn't regret that statement.
I hope not as well. The Daily Mail article was riddled with junk saying it's not a sure thing, and it's like, well, obviously it is. If Sony is tweeting about it and saying this movie's coming,
right?
Jason Reitman is saying, I've got the keys to the car, let's go. His old man is coming out. Aykroyd is like, if you need anybody to fix the car up, call me. I mean,
right.
And there's a boatload of buzz. It's like it's in the top 50 videos on YouTube right now, and it's a 57-second clip
of nothing.
Right. So I think people want something. And the comments, unlike the female version, where it was the most unliked trailer in the history of YouTube, it's very positive so far.
Well, good luck.
I can only hope...
I hope it is, because I'd enjoy that movie. I would really love Murray again.
I can only hope that he doesn't make some stupid, lightweight cameo where he's in it for 5 minutes...
And leaves,
And he leaves. You know, be in it for what you need to be in it for. Or, you know what, say you're not interested in doing it, and then show up in the end for the big battle scene, die, or, cross over into another dimension to save the world.
Pull a Han Solo.
Yeah, do
pull
it.
a Harrison Ford.
Do it. No one, everyone wants to see Bill Murray with a proton pack on his back.
Yep.
That's what they want. Everyone wants it, and he doesn't. Maybe he does now. Then again, Jason Reitman is a really, really talented director.
Yeah.
So maybe... maybe he's cool with it.
Okay.
I don't know.
That's exciting.
It's the first time I've been hopeful for this thing. I thought for sure it was going to die. And
it could have easily died.
People were like, well, that came out of nowhere. And
it did.
It did. It's good for them. So, and then also this week, we got a couple trailers that dropped. We got Spider-Man, Far From Home.
We get to see Mysterio.
Yep. Jake Gyllenhaal.
Pretty cool. Costume's dead on.
Do you think that he's going to be a bad guy, or because Mysterio is a little bit of both, right? He's kind of bad, kind of good.
Guy.
But he looks like he's
a bad guy.
He looks like he's trying to help in the trailer.
Right. Well, maybe he goes bad. He's a magician turned bad, I think.
And Nick Fury's in it, which sets up something, I guess.
Yeah, I don't.
Whatever that is, who knows? Looks good.
And who's the other villain? It looks like either a Sandman or
it's a Waterman.
Hydra Man.
Yeah, Hydra Man. Yeah. I don't know. Well, there's who's a part of the Mysterio group? There's like 4 guys, right? That are like all those villains.
You're making me look stupid. I don't know.
I read about it, and I don't remember
He's
either.
not part of the Sinister Six, so I don't know.
No.
I'd have to look it up.
But it takes place in London, primarily.
Yeah.
So that'll be interesting to see. And then the other trailer that came out is John Wick 3.
Oh, yeah, which...
with knives on motorcycles and riding a horse while shooting people in the head.
I mean, I know they're going to top it, but boy, that second one was going to be hard to top. But of course, now they've got every assassin on the planet
coming after him. Oh, I'm so... So, does it end with 3? Could they go to 4?
I don't know, but I like the character.
Can I tell you something?
I'll watch 4.
He's starting to show his age because when he runs, he looks like he's a little slow.
Grandpa.
He looks like Tom Brady, like playing quarterback now. Like he's just so... It's like slow motion movement.
Unlike Cruz,
who just
refuses to age.
Did you see that? Speaking of Tom Cruise, there's 2 Mission Impossible movies coming out that are going to be filmed at the same time.
He's got a death wish.
And it's the same guy who did Fallout. He's going to die. He's going to die.
Chance.
And when he dies, that's going to be the biggest movie of all time.
Did we ever talk about this?
Mission Impossible Fallout?
Oh, my God. I was watching the featurettes.
Oh, dude. When he broke
First of all, he drives the damn helicopter.
Yes.
In the mountains.
Yes.
Number 2, when he falls out of one helicopter and he falls onto that pack dangling underneath.
Yes.
That was him with a wire.
Yeah.
Do you know how easy it would have been for him to snap his neck or his back or anything?
Insane.
He's not right, but it's fun to watch.
That when he shattered his leg,
and kept running,
and then he gets up and runs off screen, and it's like, shut it down, I'm done.
God.
And then I saw he's on a talk show. They finished filming, and he goes, "Yeah, it's still broken."
Wow.
So he went back and finished filming with a broken foot.
Yep. He's something else.
All I can say is, if he's throwing that kind of commitment into Mission Impossible, Top Gun 2 better be amazing.
Oh, yeah. I don't know how much control he has over it. Do you know? Is he a producer or is he...
Well, the other thing is I don't know how much... I mean, he can't fly an F-16.
That's true.
You know, they had to use footage that was filmed specific for it, so I don't know.
It's exciting.
I've also heard that maybe they're going to make an Edge of Tomorrow 2.
I thought they already done it. No? Okay.
I don't know. I mean,
that's a great movie.
I think if they're going to do it, it's being filmed now.
Right.
Because Emily Blunt was busy playing Mary Poppins.
That's right. Sorry.
Did you watch it?
No, but my wife and son went, and my son was just so thrilled.
Did he see the first one?
No.
He's never seen the first one, the original?
No.
Well, what did your wife think?
She's never told me, which means it wasn't that great.
I heard it was essentially a rehash of the original.
Right. I mean, I guess it was okay to see Dick Van Dyke in it as an old man. But
he played an old man in the first one. Remember the banker who's like floating on the ceiling?
He was the banker in this one,
Ugh.
I think. Except he was old.
Come on, man. And then coming out today to terrible reviews, but likely going to crush it at the box office. Glass.
Right.
Which it's like a knife in my heart because I love.
It should have been what I'm hearing is this should have been just a blank to the walls action movie. You know, it really should have.
It should have.
They needed a different director, and M. Shyamalan doesn't do that. He's like a simmer. It's a slow simmer. He's cooking a stew for a week.
I just remember at the end of Split when that music came in from Unbreakable, and there's David Dunn, and you're like, wait a minute, what?
Yep.
And this thing was hyped. The trailer looked good, and they said it's too slow.
Yeah. I think after the initial scene, it slows down to a crawl the rest of the movie.
My understanding is the initial scene is David Dunn going after the Beast.
Yeah.
And then from there, they're all like locked in, and it's like...
Yeah, and now it's inside a institute.
And you know what? Unbreakable, say what you want about it, that's a great movie.
I loved it.
That's like, that's just, it's the type of comic book movie that no one's ever done before.
Nope.
And it's so good. And they brought the original kid back. And the girl from Split is back.
Yep.
and they somehow screwed it up. But it's going to make over $50 million.
And they got to put Sarah Paulson in it again because she's now
Everywhere.
in every film.
She's Michael Stuhlbarg.
That's right.
She's the female counterpart to Michael Stuhlbarg.
Correct.
Oh man. So
all right, that's a lot.
There's just so much.
All right, quick break.
All right.
Communities Digital News, built by the writers and editors that deliver the news 24 hours a day. Visit comdiginews.com. That's COMMDIGI news.com. And support the next evolution in news.
So I got it. I can't believe you just told me this. You are a Star Trek fan, correct?
Sure.
And yet you have not seen Star Trek Discovery?
All right, so
one of the greatest, supposedly, rebirths? Go ahead.
Listen, I've seen many of the original, not all. I don't think I've seen all. I've seen many of the Next Generation. Didn't really watch Deep Space Nine. Didn't really watch Enterprise. Liked the movies.
Okay. So you're a fair weather fan.
I'm a mediocre.
No,
I'm a mid-level fan. I'm not a diehard. I got so much TV to watch. It's not even funny.
Yeah, but I thought this would be on your list.
It's on my list. It's just not. It's not there yet.
But would you pay?
No.
So that's a problem, right?
Yeah. I mean, I know you can get it through iTunes. You can get a season through iTunes.
Right.
Just like you can get a season of. Finally, some of the streaming networks are starting to release some TV shows as like buyable seasons.
Do you know anything about this show? And how much do you want me to tell you?
You can go ahead and ruin it. I know
I'm not going to ruin it.
I know that they just announced that Spock will be making his return to TV in what did they say?
Season 2,
like 45 years or something like that.
I think I think an angel just got its wings.
Leonard Nimoy, thank you for listening to the podcast, man. That's awesome. Who knew our reach was that far?
They just released the second season. They just started it.
He's in it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I hear he's bearded.
He is bearded. He's
Is he old?
No. He's like
Is this post
20?
Is this pre or
This is
post
10 years before Kirk and Spock get together.
Okay.
And it centers around a character named Michael Burnham, who is played by Sasha, I think, from The Walking Dead.
Mm-hmm.
She's a human who's raised by Vulcan, especially a well-known Vulcan, the ambassador and father of Spock.
How many kids does he have? Because you know what?
No, but he did not he did not cause this kid to happen. He picked her up as an orphan.
Remember, Spock's brother was Sarek. You haven't seen him yet.
Spock's brother... Well, wait a minute. Spock, the Vulcan ambassador and father of Spock, is Sarek.
What's his brother's name then?
Phil?
It's Tucker Carlson.
So anyway, she starts a war between the Federation and the Klingons.
Oh, that's nice of her.
But it's great. And she gets hooked up with a captain named Gabriel Lorca, played by Jason Isaacs.
Who's returning in the second season.
Well, hey, I'm not saying anything.
I know Captain Pike is the captain in the second season.
Which is pretty great.
Yeah.
It's a good idea.
See, so this is pre when he's put in that weird wheelchair box and can't speak anymore.
That's right. Oh. There's a character that's a species called Kelpian, and its name's Saru, and it's Doug Jones, the guy who's always in those giant amphibian movies of Guillermo del Toro. He's either in Hellboy or he's in that other one. Harry Mudd makes an appearance. Remember Harry Mudd? You know who plays him?
No.
Rainn Wilson.
Oh, weird.
No, it's good. It's good. Listen, I'm happy.
Because Harry Mudd is in only 3 episodes in the original, right?
That's correct. He's the
like,
trouble with tribbles.
I am Harry Mudd, and then there's another one with the name Harry Mudd in the episode.
Right. Anyway, it's out on Blu-ray. It looks fantastic. There's about 2.5 hours worth of features.
Is it 4K?
It's not 4K, but it still looks really good.
I wonder if they film TV shows differently and maybe don't do true 4K.
I I don't. Yeah, so they're not going to upscale it. I don't know, but if you want to watch the second season or the first, and you don't want to buy the Blu-ray, it's going to be $9.99 a month or $5.99 a month with limited commercials on CBS All Access.
Yeah, because between CBS All Access and Amazon and Netflix and Hulu and NBC's new thing and Disney's new thing, and just be aware there is a lot of rumblings going around that there are companies that are going to start offering some sort of bundle.
Thank you.
And I'm just like, please do it.
Waiting for that.
Yep. I would be thrilled considering Netflix just raised their rates.
Again.
Yep.
So, you know what? I was pleasantly surprised, and I really enjoyed it.
Okay.
So there.
Did you really enjoy Family Guy's 20 all-time musicals?
Not as much. First of all, because it's in DVD, which I can't believe they still release stuff in DVD.
That's
right?
weird.
TV shows are all in. A lot of TV shows come out in DVD.
Although, if you remember, Family Guy was done pre-H.264 widescreen. So there's a fair amount of old episodes that are in the 4:3 format.
That's right. That's some of these.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, it's 20 episodes featuring some of the best musical numbers in the show. So I was very much enjoying I Need a Jew, which, of course, was sung by Peter Griffin in the episode When You Wish Upon a Weinstein. I also enjoyed A Bag of Weed.
Oh, that is
not literally.
That is the greatest song ever.
From episode 420, sung by Stewie and Brian.
Oh, that's
now, I didn't know this, and I dug a little deeper. It's mimicking a song from Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, which I cannot believe that Seth MacFarlane goes that deep. But he even goes deeper. Anyway, that also features a quick appearance by Groucho Marx smoking a joint, which is almost too funny.
Yep.
Then there's the FCC song, which is an homage to a 1959 Broadway musical, Take Me Along, and the number Volunteer Fireman's Picnic, which I couldn't even believe MacFarlane. Yeah, that was a musical I think Jackie Gleason won a Tony in.
But he's a he's a major singer.
Cow.
I mean, he sings with an orchestra.
He's a great singer.
Yeah.
And I also enjoyed Poop in Strange Places.
Did you know that he hasn't reported to the Family Guy offices in 4 years?
No. But he was there recently because they did a 15-minute dedication to a 10,000-square-foot mural on the backlot of Fox soundstage honoring Family Guy. Mm-hmm. I got that out. That was a pretty funny thing. That's the extra, really, that you want to enjoy. Yeah. There's some karaoke stuff, too.
Yeah,
but anyway, that's two.
So you mentioned Hellboy. I wanted to circle back to that because that trailer came out,
I'm not impressed.
I don't like the makeup, man.
I seriously don't understand why they even redid this again.
But okay.
What is the problem? The first one was fantastic.
I don't know, but explain to me, like, what did they do to David Harbour's face in it?
I don't know.
He looks weird.
Yeah.
Like he almost looks disfigured, the way that it's shown. Like Ron Perlman just has the blocky square face and all that stuff and looks really good. But I mean, I don't know what to say.
You got to take that?
It's actually...
Boy, we are having a blast tonight.
It's Leonard Nimoy. He's calling to...
It is a bash of sound effects.
Again...
He's getting his wings again?
Yeah, he wants to talk about Ghostbusters. He's excited for it.
Or when your phone rings, you get a phone upgrade.
Yeah, that's it.
I got it.
Yeah, that just seems unnecessary. I'm not sure how that's going to do. I don't know.
I don't either.
I don't understand why.
So, and let's be serious. Next year, it's all about Avengers. I mean, this year. I'm sorry. This year, it's all about Avengers.
Yeah. What? I'm trying to think.
I have tried to not look at anything.
So there is a Black Widow movie definitely greenlit, and there are strong rumors that it's rated R.
Good.
But again, what timeline does that take place? So yeah, you've got Avengers. When is Star Wars? This year.
Is it really?
2019.
Oh, yeah. Man, I'm gonna have fun this year.
They just said something about they've already greenlit, although they pushed the date back, they've already greenlit Fantastic Beasts 3.
Okay. The second one didn't do so good, right?
I don't know why they're doing that either.
Yeah,
but it's Harry Potter, man. You just can't. You just can't. I mean, I don't know what else. It's like, at what point are they going to stop remaking things? Like, I'm waiting for somebody to be like, well, they actually already did it. They did it as a TV show, Uncle Buck.
Really?
They just did it as a TV show, and it was with Mike Epps, played John Candy's character.
Great.
But like, the remaking's got to stop at some point.
Yeah. All I watch at night these days, after, by the way, I got hooked on Rescue Me. Do you remember that show?
I love that show.
Oh, my goodness. It came out on Blu-ray, and my wife and I are just consuming these things every night.
So good.
So after that, I watch old Bears games from 1985. That's how pathetic I am. But you know what? That was one hell of a team. I'm just telling you.
Are you upset because they didn't make it?
What do you think?
Yeah. Well, hey.
I would have fired that clown 4 games earlier when he doinked 4 in a row.
I am a Cowboys fan, and
yeah, I feel for you.
That was a crap situation too.
Yeah. So anyway, are we done?
Hey, anything else you're watching? I just finished all of season 2 of Future Man on Hulu.
I don't even know what that is.
The first one I think you'd like.
No, I was all into Star Trek. I was all into Rescue Me. What a great show, Dennis Leary. All I have to say. I can't believe he did it.
And I just went back and rewatched End of Watch. Remember that movie?
No.
Jake Gyllenhaal, Michael Pena, they're police officers in like South Central Chicago.
Oh my goodness, I barely remember that movie.
Dude, you got to go back and watch it again. It's so good.
Oh, Halloween.
How about
I watched the Jamie Lee Curtis Halloween.
And?
It was okay. It was good.
Yep.
I enjoyed it.
Yep.
She was great.
Think they're going to do another one?
Oh, heck yeah.
Well, you know the sequel to It's got to be coming out this year, too.
I've already seen a trailer, right? There's been a trailer out for that? Or some...
I don't know.
Anyway, Halloween's good. I recommend that, too. It really makes you feel like you're back in the original.
And you saw Aquaman?
I saw Aquaman. Tried to stay awake. It's a long movie. Now, if I was watching that movie in my home entertainment area, I'd have no problem with it. Mm-hmm. But sitting in a theater for almost 2.5 hours watching that movie and watching it unroll is just, what they do is they throw every scenario they can at the screen. Every action scenario you can think of gets thrown.
Does anybody
at the
make a
screen.
cameo in it? Any other superheroes?
No.
Like Superman or Batman?
No.
Completely standalone.
No, but Drago is in it.
Mm-hmm.
For what that's worth. And the guy from Insidious, I think.
Well,
is the villain.
Wonder Woman has to be this year. Wonder Woman 1984. That's got to be this year.
That's right. That's
Dude,
right.
I don't know how they're going to do it. There's going to be just take my money now. I mean, maybe we need to get that. What is that? Like 3 movies a month pass service?
Yeah, I know a friend who gets that. And he goes, you start out really excited and you go to the movies. And then after a while, you just
stop going.
Give up. Yeah. It's too much.
Yeah.
And he's right across the street from a theater.
Yeah. I don't know. There's so much stuff coming out.
Yep.
And we've got a couple more weeks, and we've got to make our Oscar picks.
Oh yeah. Okay.
See how we do.
No host. I hate award shows. I've totally lost it with award shows.
How can you have a tie in the Golden Globes?
I don't know.
I mean, listen,
that's got to be impossible.
I heard A Star Is Born is really good. I heard Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper are really good in it. I don't want to watch it.
I don't want to watch it. I'm going to have to watch it, but I don't want to watch it.
I don't want to watch it either.
I'm going to make you watch it.
I know you will.
I'll just come over a night and we'll watch it.
Yeah.
We'll hold hands.
And then afterwards we'll watch Smokey and the Bandit just so we can feel like we're like we've had some testosterone back into it.
And I'll get my son on the phone. He'll flex.
Yeah, okay. Then it'll be one weird evening, that's for sure.
Well, it's nice to see you again.
Yeah,
see you in a month.
No.
We'll try and make this a little more.
We're back on a regular schedule now. The holidays, man.
Yeah.
Between that and everybody getting sick over and over and over and over and over again.
Yes. We've taken a dose of roughage. We're on a regular schedule now.
Yeah, I've been taking a lot of drugs to keep myself
excellent
healthy, so feeling good about it.
See ya.